Babs here. Sorry, just plugging in my phone so it'll freaking doesn't die on me. Alright. Hey guys. Sorry, I haven't really been, Yeah, I know, I have a very bad connection. Fuck off. Alright, so I know I haven't been live in a while, and I apologize for that, but I've been really busy, training and working at my new job and all that good stuff. What I found so important, hang on, let me clean my screen. You guys can see my mouth. There we go. All better. Hi guys. Yeah. All right. So this is seriously fucked up. Hey, Lycan. Yeah. No, you're not the only one there. Hey, Malachite and Echo, what's up? Love you guys. Mwah. All right. So what really made me, hey Exkin, mwah. Big kisses to everybody. All right. So what I felt so freaking really seriously pissed off about that I had to do like a middle of the night live stream the night before Thanksgiving, even though I've been up since like 7 this morning and I've worked a full day, and I listened to, I don't know if you guys have heard this, I haven't watched Sargon's video on it, but I'm assuming that it's about this because I did see that Sargon had a video out that said Jordan Peterson was right. So I'm pretty sure it's about this. I am uber pissed off, and I was literally, I was about to tear my hair out just listening to this bullshit. Yeah, it is. That's what I thought.
The following is the recording of an interrogation led within Wilfrid Laurier
Jordan
University
Peterson
in Ontario, Canada.
Isn't wrong.
A graduate.
By the way, Jordan Peterson is not wrong. But I listened to this bullshit, the leaked audio of this poor girl who the university was. I was about losing my shit. Seriously, this university, you know, I knew. Okay, so fuck you, Wilfrid Laurier University. Fuck you, Canada. Fuck you. Fuck you, C16. Fuck all of it. This is bullshit right here. They are literally treating our children at this point, and this isn't just in Canada. I know that they have the laws and the policies, and I'm in a garage, so, you know, there are bugs in here. Anyways, they're seriously fucking changing their policies, and this doesn't just happen in Canada. I mean, this ideology is actually in the United States. All of this bullshit. This just proves what we've been told over and over again. But, you know, and of course we knew that it was factual, but there's a difference between knowing that it's factual and seeing it right in front of your face. And actually hearing this poor girl. Shitty second-rate country wouldn't help us in Iraq when we needed them, then begged to be part of the... Exactly. Thank you. Okay. Fuck you, Canada. Fuck you. Alright. So, Wilfrid Laurier University in Ontario. Fucking bullshit university. Total bullshit university. At this point, and this terrifies me, I think the reason I'm so fucking pissed off about this is because my kids are 12 and 11. They are, yesterday, I swear to God, yesterday they were born and I blinked. And now they're 11 and 12, right? Blame Canada. Blame Canada. Anyways, seriously, Canada's fucked up. Anyways, so I wanted to go through some of this with you guys because I am severely fucking losing my shit over this. This is fucking bullshit.
Student played a clip of Dr. Jordan Peterson during one of her lessons.
Somebody let me know if you guys can hear this.
She was accused of inflicting fear upon her fellow students. This comes after the passing of Bill C-16. Though many charge that Dr. Peterson's criticisms of the bill were unfounded and transphobic, the following seems to vindicate many of his concerns about compelled speech.
So,
and that might have been seen as problematic.
Thank you, Lycan. Okay, so this is the video, or not the video, this is the audio. This is the audio that Lindsay Shepard secretly recorded. This is the leaked audio of her being confronted by the university board. The supervising professor was Nathan Rumbacana. The manager of why they even have to have this position. Okay, I'm sorry, but Audrey Joel, whatever your name is, Audrey Joel, your life is a fucking waste of time. Everything you do, your career is a fucking joke. It's pathetic, and you should be fucking ashamed of yourself. Anyone whose job title is the manager of gendered violence prevention and support, pathetic. Anyways, there's another professor there named Herbert Pimlott. And yeah, people at 18 are unable, it is scary. It's fucking terrifying. They literally say, well, yeah, these are students, but they're young students. They're young. We need to cater to them and coddle them and love them like little babies. That's what their parents did. Your fucking job is to turn them into successful, productive adults. You fucking cuntwads. God, I hate these people. Anyways, on to it.
Students, maybe even threatening.
I don't see how someone would rationally think it was threatening. I could see how it might challenge their existing ideas, but for me, that's the spirit of the university, is challenging ideas that you already have. And
exactly.
I don't know who this came from. I would be interested to see the original complaint or complaints, because, like, I don't really have any context, like, as to what exactly their problem was.
Sorry, can I, sorry to interrupt, but can I just ask Lindsay to maybe just provide us with a full thing? Sorry, Nathan.
Yeah.
I just like to hear the whole, like, what took place. So if you just give us the whole story,
Yeah,
and then
sure.
and then sorry, but
Yeah.
I just feel that because I'm just sitting in.
Yeah. Okay, so we have to teach about grammar, and in the Petersen book there was a section about pronouns and using like gendered language. So
Sorry, sweetie, that you're only catching every other word, but I'm happy that you are that you're tuning in anyways. And yes, I wonder what. And by the way, Ken, I don't know what started this claim. This is absolutely fucking insanity. They won't even give her the number of people that complained. She's like, is it one? Is it more than one? I just want to know who complained, right? They won't even fucking tell her.
well, I wanted to make it more engaging, so what I did is we were talking about in papers using they as like a singular. And then we were also talking about like his and hers and like how to construct sentences with that. And then to contextualize it, I brought up like a YouTube debate. So a debate with both sides, Jordan Peterson's sides and this fellow named Nicholas Matt, who's also a prof at U of T. And they...
Do you have the name of the video?
It was from the agenda with Steve Pagan.
Okay.
It was like a YouTube debate. It was 1 hour long, but I showed about 5 minutes. And then...
She showed 5 fucking minutes. Bullshit.
The students were very interested, I could tell. All of their eyes were on the screen. And after, when we had a debate, there were people of all opinions. And, like, from what I could see, it was a very friendly debate. Obviously, this person who had an issue did not express it to me. They just went straight to whoever. I don't really know what happened. So...
Just for some additional context, so you came from U of T, is that right?
No.
No,
Yeah, Shahan, the boy, yes, this is live, by the way. And thank you, Matthew, for answering for me. Sorry, I'm in a garage. Fucking bugs.
Oh, from
SFU.
Oh, from SFU. Okay, so you weren't like one of the...
I apologize, but it's the only place. Yeah, exactly. Students aren't allowed to have an opinion at all. This is actually a teaching assistant. It's not like she's even a professor. This isn't even a fucking professor. They are tormenting a teaching assistant. You've got to be fucking kidding me. These motherfuckers are taking over, and it is bullshit. This is why, and I'm telling you, I've said since day one, even I was 12 years old when political correctness really became a huge deal, okay? It was like in the very early, it was like 92, 91, 92. It really did start with the Clintons when political correctness became this huge thing. And I remember listening to the news and them debating about whether or not Frontier, or do you work for Frontier? Ken? I have to know. I'm sorry. I gotta wait for Ken to tell me if he works for Frontier. I'm sorry, you guys, if I'm wasting all your time, but my whole family works for Frontier, so I just really have to know. Okay, good. All right. XPC got red pilled a long time ago. Exactly. And okay, so political correctness became really huge when I was probably like 11 or 12. And I remember, overhearing, of course, back then I didn't give a crap about the news, but I'd hear my grandparents and stuff listening to the news and, yeah, Mountain eating their equipment. Yes, I understand. My brother's a technician. I get it. So they would talk about on the news about political correctness, and they'd say stuff like, the people arguing against political correctness, essentially the conservatives really would be saying things like, well, yeah, but, it could go to this point. It can go this far. What if political correctness takes off and goes this far? And the liberals would totally, oh no, that's just ridiculous. Oh, no, that's ridiculous. How could it ever? It has gone so far beyond the point where they said it was ridiculous that it is a joke. It's a freaking joke. Political correctness is the worst fucking thing that ever happened in this country because you cannot tell the truth about anything. It pisses me off, and this is a perfect example.
Yeah.
Oh, the subject. Sorry. Shane the boy, the subject is political correctness taking over universities, and how this poor girl, Lindsay Shepard, was accused of creating a toxic climate at the university because this teaching assistant literally showed a debate between Jordan Petersen and someone else when they were discussing uses of them, they, stuff like that. And she showed a video of it. She didn't take sides. She didn't post anything. She didn't say anything about what side she was on or anything like that. She literally just showed 5 minutes of a debate between Jordan Petersen and someone else, even though the debate was like an hour long. And she was pulled in to a university, basically, panel of some of the head people, including the manager of gendered violence prevention and support, which is pathetic. And good for you, Ken. And it's just sick. Anyone who has that title is a fucking retard. And so she was pulled into this thing, and basically they just, a tribunal or kangaroo court, same thing. So listen.
Petersen he is a figure that's basically highly involved with the alt-right. The website Rebel Media, which is an alt-right website, has been involved in raising multiple hundred.
Anyone who has half a brain knows that Jordan Petersen is not part of the alt-right, nor is Rebel Media. So they can go fuck themselves.
Thousands of dollars for his research. It's he as a week and a half ago, he gave a lecture in which he identified student protesters, by posting their social media accounts so that people would bully and threaten them online. He lectures.
Okay, I don't know what that's about, but it definitely doesn't sound like something Jordan Petersen would do. If he did call out anybody, it was for a very good reason. He would not just fucking dox people, period. It's bullshit. Oh yeah, he does it, and they actually they fucking just stated he did it for the intent of these people being bullied. So Jordan Peterson wants all these fucking people to be bullied. My fucking asshole.
About basically like critiquing feminism, critiquing
because feminists are cunts.
I mean, I'm familiar. Like I follow.
Like, are not critiquing. Okay, so
the thing is, can you shield people from those ideas? Am I supposed to comfort them and make sure that they are insulated away from this? Like, is that what the point of this is? Because to me, that is so against what a university is about. So against it. I was not taking sides.
I agree,
I was
Ken.
presenting both arguments.
So the thing is about this is, if you're presenting something like this, you have to think about the kind of teaching climate that you're creating. And this is actually, these arguments
Agreed.
are counter
Skin.
to the Canadian Human Rights Code. Ever since, and I know that you've talked about C-16, ever since this passed, it is discriminatory to be targeting someone due to their gender identity or gender expression. So bringing something like that up in class, not critically, and I understand that you're trying to like...
It was critical.
No,
I introduced it critically.
Yeah, that's a good point, Matthew.
Like,
I don't think you can because it was, but
okay,
still,
the spirit of the
it's...
debate is slightly different.
That's a good point. I don't think he can, but I mean, they are so fucked up in what they did to her. I mean, and Jordan Peterson, and you know what? He's the type of person who's just like, you know what? The university can have their opinions. I honestly don't think even if he had the right to file something against them, I don't think he would, because he honestly is just a, you know what? It's totally wrong. They're lying about me completely, but everybody knows that. And they can go fuck themselves, they're wrong. I mean, he wouldn't say it like that because he is honestly one of the most genuine, honest, down-to-earth, sweet, wonderful people. You can see, it just comes through. It comes through with him. And normal human beings realize that. I mean, that's why we love Jordan Peterson. That's why he has so many followers. That's why he's so successful. Because he's passionate about what he talks about, and we understand. And you're right, she might be leaving teaching after this, and that is a great loss. It's a horrible loss. But I mean, what are you going to do when an institution basically tells you, okay, you're saying that you're not taking sides? They literally talk about how she's like, but I didn't take a side. I just presented both sides. I presented both sides, but I didn't take any side. I just said, these are what some people think. I just showed them the ideas that are out there in the real world. Am I supposed to cater to them and shield them from everything? No, they're adults. That is what, hey Gabe, happy Turkey Day. But it's like, no, they're adults. They're supposed to do this, right? And yeah, exactly. 18, they're too young to think for themselves. Fuck you. This is exactly the time. And it pisses me off more than anything because college is not the time where you're supposed to fucking pander to people and, treat them like babies. Especially with these fucking millennials. And that is the huge problem. They have been so pandered to and so fucking coddled and so fucking babied their whole lives. It is more important than ever that universities actually say, you know what? This is time for you to grow the fuck up. We need to show you different ideas that are out there. You need to become an adult so you can deal with the real world once you leave university. That is the whole fucking point. And these people are not doing it at all. And it's fucked up.
Then being like, okay, this is like a problematic idea that we maybe want to unpack.
But that's taking sides.
Yes.
Like, it's taking sides for me to be like, oh, look at this guy. Like, everything that comes out of his mouth is BS, but we're going to watch anyway.
Okay. So, I understand the position that you're coming from and your positionality, but the reality is that it has created a toxic climate for some of the students.
How many?
It's great.
Who? Like, how many?
Okay.
One?
Yeah, may I speak?
I have no concept of like how many people complained, like what their complaint was. You haven't showed me the complaint.
Yes, I understand that this is upsetting, but there's also confidentiality matters.
The number of people is confidential?
Yes.
The number of people who complained is confidential. Guess what that means? That there's fucking one. I guarantee you, if there was more than one student, the number would not be fucking confidential. It is one. One person fucking complained. Because there's some little pussywad fucking cunt-faced loser who I need my safe space because I can't handle reality. I can't handle other people's opinions. Give me my safe space. Oh my god. Oh, I fucking hate people.
Yep. Is one or multiple students who've come forward saying that this would be the thing that they would...
It's one or multiple students that came forward. It's fucking one, you fucking cunt-faced motherfucker.
Concerned about it and that it made them uncomfortable. If this is, for example, a trans student, this is basically debating whether or not a trans student should have rights within one of their classes. And that's not something that is really acceptable in the context of the kind of learning environment that we're trying to create. It would be the equivalent of debating whether or not a student of color should have rights or should be allowed to be married. Do you see where how this is not?
You too,
It's
Gabe.
not something that's intellectually neutral that is kind of up for debate. This is the Charter of Rights and
But it is
Freedoms.
up for debate.
But you're perfectly welcome
But-
to your own opinions.
Mhm.
But when you're bringing it into the context of the classroom, that can become problematic, and that can become something that
Awesome.
that creates an unsafe.
I'll check that out,
environment
Ken.
For students.
But when they leave the university, they're going to be exposed to these ideas. So I don't see how I'm doing a disservice to the class by exposing them to ideas that are really out there. And I'm sorry I'm crying. I'm stressed out because this to me is so wrong. It's so wrong.
Can I mention
Thank
the
you.
gender violence,
I agree, Exkin.
sexual violence policy?
His name, okay. Malkite, the supervising professor is Nathan Rambakana, Rambukana. And the other professor that is discussing this with them is Herbert Pimlott. Herbert and then Pimlott. So look them up.
Yeah, please.
So I
Better yet, email the fuck out of them. And you know what? I'm sorry. I'm gonna tell them. I will say straight out. I'm a total bitch. I don't give a fuck. I will say, I'm not like, oh, Bering Mafia or Brook Mafia. Go be super nice to these people. Like my friend Bering, who I adore. But, go be super nice to these people. No, in this case, no, you should email them and be like, you should be fucking ashamed of yourself. Brook Mafia, all the way. We need to, dude, hashtag Brook Mafia, because this is bullshit right here. Brook Mafia needs to fucking, seriously, attack the shit out of this university. I don't give a fuck, because this is wrong. I have children. I want, mafia, right? Just plain mafia. I want these people to know how fucked up they are. I want them to realize that the majority of people think that they are wrong because they need to come to a massive realization. They literally have been living in this little university bubble for so long that they don't understand. They literally are fucking massively retarded. They have been so insulated. It's almost like Hollywood. You know, Steven Crowder talks about Hollywood. He is 100% correct. And how Hollywood, they have their own culture and they try to spread it among, they talk their bullshit about all these, right, all this, they really do. They spread crap with all the feminism, all the crap. Oh yeah, no, we teach girls to make themselves small. No, we don't. No one does that. You're retarded. What the fuck are you talking about? And you know what? This is the same thing except worse, because a lot of us are going to send our kids off to university at one point or to college, and they're going to come back. And this has happened to me because I have a dear friend who I was an adult, but we pretty much adopted her when she was like 11. She lived across the street from us. If you'd seen my prior videos, I was like in tears because Washington State University, she went over there. A professor convinced her that her parents had been emotionally abusive to her entire life. At one point, she wasn't talking to her family at all. It was horrible. See, Lycan remembers this story. I mean, I was in fucking tears. And thank God, the last time I came back, y'all should know that she was 1,000,000% better. Because guess what? She wasn't going to WSU anymore. And she was talking to her family. So, this is what colleges do to kids. This is what they do. They indoctrinate them. They fuck them up mentally so bad that they don't even talk to their own families anymore. This is bullshit. I agree. Slipknot.
It does, gendered violence doesn't just include sexual violence, but it also includes targeting folks based on gender. So that includes transphobia, biphobia, homophobia. All those sorts of things are protected under...
No one is afraid. I'm sorry. A phobia is a fear of something. At this point in our evolution as human beings, no one is scared of gay people. No one is scared of trans people. It's not a phobia. We are not afraid. We just don't like people telling us what the fuck we need to do. So fuck you for saying, oh, phobia, transphobia, and you're being so against them. We're not against them. Go live your own life. Do whatever the fuck you want to do. We don't give a shit. Jordan Petersen doesn't give a shit either, by the way. Go live your own life. Live your life the way you want to live it. We don't care. Just don't force us to live in your world. That's it. That is fucking it. That's all we want, is for you not to fucking force us to live in your bullshit fucking ideological fucking universe.
Policy, and so those are things that...
Yes, pre-K grade school based on logic would be a good thing.
Values as well as the attorney.
Oh, thanks, Sexton.
And so those are things that we're responsible for not impacting.
I agree. I wouldn't let my kids go to college right now.
Not spreading transphobia.
Okay, so what I have a problem with is I didn't target anybody. Who did I target?
Trans folks.
How? By telling them ideas that are really out there? By telling them that? By telling them? Really?
It's not just telling them. In legitimizing this as a valid perspective, as this is another valid perspective.
In a university, all perspectives are valid.
That's not necessarily true.
Well, this is...
In university, all perspectives are valid. This is where you become an adult. You need to know all of the thoughts that are out there. You need to know what you'll face as an adult. That's not necessarily true. Fuck the fuck out of you. I'm a little bit...
Something that's being debated in current society, and I don't feel the need to shield people from what's going on in society. Like,
Okay.
to imagine that this is happening in university, it's just bad.
Okay, so just to give you a context. Also,
You do my
within
yoga,
all
this
of
pissed me
that's
off.
happening, Laurier's being blanketed with white supremacist posters currently. There's another debate in society.
I guarantee you, the white supremacist posters they're talking about are the posters that say it's okay to be white. I fucking promise you. We're also being bombarded with white supremacist posters. No, you're being bombarded with posters that say it's okay to be white. Which, by the way, okay, so tell me what you guys think. I honestly think this is the way I'm going to start my podcast from now on when I do my podcast. When I do my live stream. I'm going to say, hey guys, this is Babbling Brook and it's okay to be white. I think I should do that every podcast. I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do. So give me your feedback on that.
Which is when whether or not North America should be a set of white nationalist states, and that it should be ethnically cleansed of other people. That is also a current debate in society. Would
Beef's here! Hi, baby! Love
you show something in your tutorial that you had, what?
And Psionic Stream's here too. I'm sorry I keep interrupting this because I know it's not interesting for the rest of you, but some of my really close buddies are here, and I'm super giddy about it. Anyways.
White supremacists and non-white supremacists debating whether or not other people should live in North America. Is that something that you would show?
If that was related to the content of the week and we were talking about right-wing speech bubbles, maybe.
Okay.
It depends on the content. Like,
it's okay to be in a
there's
color.
really ideas that are existing out there like
What
that.
the fuck?
I mean, look, the thing is, like...
Here's my whole thing. I don't give a flying fuck what color you are, what gender you are. I don't give a shit what color anyone is. I don't care. What I care about is your fucking individuality. I care about who you are based on your actions, your credibility, your honesty. How many fucking times, any of you who have ever watched my channel, I preach on and on and on about personal responsibility and honesty. Those are the two main... It's just so fucking simple. Take responsibility for the fucked up things you do, because we're human. We all do fucked up shit. Take responsibility for it. Fucking own it and learn from your mistakes. And be honest about your mistakes. Be honest about who you are. Be honest about fucking everything. Tell the truth. Take responsibility. Life is good. But no, we just need to hide behind ideology and be fucking retarded. Hey, mwah! You're here too, Q. All my buddies are here. Happy dance, happy dance, happy dance. I wish my hubby was here. I miss him so much.
I don't see what's transphobic about showing a video of Jordan Peterson. He's a real person. He's out there.
He is a real person, but he is a real person who has engaged in targeted behavior that, or targeting of trans students, in a particular, like basically doxing them, if you know the term, like giving out their personal information so that they will be attacked.
If you know the term.
So that death threats will find them. This is something that he has done to his own students. He has done to other students. And this is also something that the students are aware of. So this is basically like playing, not to kind of do the thing where everything's kind of compared to Hitler, but this is like neutrally playing a speech by Hitler or Milo Yiannopoulos from Gamergate. This is...
He just fucking compared Hitler to Milo Yiannopoulos. Pretty sure that Hitler was against gay people, but especially gay people who are married to black people or only have sex with black people. Yeah, they fucking hate Petersen.
The
it's
kind of
fucked up.
thing that departmentally, in terms of like critical communication studies and in terms of the course of what we're trying to do, is diametrically opposed to everything that we've been talking about in the lectures. Was this one of the reasons that you wanted to do this? Because it was like a reaction to the lecture content?
No, we were talking about gendered language, and I was asking them to structure sentences using they or using his or her. And then we talked about the societal context of it. So I don't get why I'm being seen as transphobic by virtue, by proxy of me just saying, just stating, just exposing people to an idea. I don't get how that label is not attached to me. I really don't.
It's more about the effect rather than the intention. If that, like, obviously
Okay.
that wasn't your intent.
This is the fucking problem with political correctness. No one gives a shit about your intent. No one fucking gives a flying fuck about what your intent was. If you say, Okay, I'm sorry. My intent was to show different points of view about a certain objective, or a certain opinion, or a certain, subject. I wanted to show different points of view. I feel horrible for this girl. I want to give her a huge hug and just tell her everything's going to be okay. I feel terrible for her. This is fucked what these people did to her. And it is just so fucking wrong. They don't give a shit about your intent. My intent was to show them different perspective. Well, that's the problem. It's not really about your intent. It's about what you really did. Well, I'm sorry, but there is a huge thing about intent because there's a difference between murder in the first degree, where it was premeditated, and manslaughter, where it was where it wasn't premeditated, it was an accident. Those are two way different things. So I think that intent really does matter, you stupid fucks. I fucking hate these people. I swear to God, you guys, I have not been this mad. Yes, I am frustrated. Yes, I miss my husband desperately, which makes me even more frustrated because I haven't been with him for like a month. Over a month now. Anyways, so I am just building up all this frustration and I needed to let it out. And guess what? I came across this little fucking gem and it just seemed the perfect opportunity to let it on my fucking frustration because this is bullshit.
But nevertheless, it disturbed and upset students enough.
So everything's about those students who are disturbed. Everything's catered to them.
Can I just
please.
offer a different perspective? Was this a tutorial based on looking at grammar?
Mm-hmm.
And it was focused on the use of pronouns and the use of grammar.
Mm-hmm.
Is grammar not something that's not really subject to debate?
Say important because it's Twitter. Awesome guy.
The they and the his or her, it's a huge debate right now. Can we use they in the singular?
Yeah, but you do know that they has actually been used in the singular.
Yeah, that was in the video I showed to the class, and that's
Okay.
just a point I made. And the thing is, what's kind of funny is I disagree with Jordan Peterson. I disagree, but you guys seem to think that I'm like...
This is what pisses me off more than anything. She disagrees with Jordan Peterson. I mean, I agree with him. I'm sure you guys agree with him, right? I mean, most of you do. Most of us agree with Jordan Peterson because he's the most down-to-earth, common sense, soft-spoken, genuine person you could ever freaking hear, ever. And yeah, plural is not singular. I agree. It's not. Agreed. We all agree with Jordan Peterson. But this girl doesn't agree, and they're still blasting the shit out of her just because she played. And this video, this YouTube video that she played, this debate, was an hour long. An hour long. She played 5 minutes of it. And this is what, this is the result.
It's pretty funny.
Well, from the
Do you mind if sorry, I'm here for a different, just as the MA CAS coordinator. My issue with Jordan Peterson, I'm going to come at it from a different angle, is that as an
You're right,
academic
Leif. They've done it
scholar in
before.
this institution, or any institution in which my research in that is subject to peer review, right? And you know what peer review is, right? So regardless of what I believe,
You guys gotta listen to this.
if I'm to be published in scholarly journals and that, it has to be, my research has to be demonstrated to be able to be reproduced in the methods and theories that are used to reproduce it. I might believe X, but my academic freedom, as I understand it, does not just give me the freedom to spout off. If I'm tenured and they can't fire me, I mean, there was a case of Charles Murray, he used to do this about race at Western, wasn't it Western? Yeah. And he published stuff by publishing companies that didn't do peer review because they wanted what he had. So what he was actually teaching his students were ideas that were not substantiated by methods and theories that could be reproduced in a academic, analytical way that other people could reproduce and get the same results. He had already predetermined the outcome. It's much the way a lot of these right-wing think tanks like the Fraser Institute, that their form of research can't be done in traditional academic journals because they've already predetermined the outcome. For myself, regardless of what I believe, I won't teach anything in any of my classes if it is not something that is substantiated by evidence that can be reproduced according to peer review. I might tell students, I believe X.
So all of my teaching is based on peer review. All of my teaching is based on what other professors might think of me. This absolutely gives us the source, right? Okay, so for a living now, what I do is I actually do in-home demos for air filtration systems, right? I talk a lot about, so I tell a story about, so if you came home and there was a dead fish in your living room, right? What would you do to get rid of that smell? A lot of people say, I would use Febreze, blah, blah. It's like, well, you would get rid of the dead fish first, right? Like, you need to eliminate the source. That's what we need to do. Eliminate the fucking source. And this is the source of the bullshit, is the colleges. The source of all the bullshit and the political correctness, because reality does not work this way. We all know this. The ideology that is going around is because of people that go to college. They go to college and then they spew this bullshit over and over and over. And some of these people who graduate college get amazing chainsaw hole around the fish. That would be, hey, that's a good answer. But it's absolutely insanity. It's absolute insanity, right? You would actually you get rid of the source, period. Evacuate all the students, carpet bomb the colleges. I am so fucking, and actually, Porticus, by the way, is one of my good friends. Lives in South Africa, love him to death. He's even buddies with my husband. Like, seriously, my husband doesn't do social media at all, so I've actually, talk to him, my husband will talk to him through me, but they've communicated plenty of times. Porticus is one of my buddies. And he knows. He's seen me pissed off before. I know, I am so fucking pissed off about this. Is bullshit.
I have no expectations that they will reproduce anything that I think, because I don't expect them to. But I say, I believe X because of what I've read. But for me, as I teach the students in the second year comm studies theory courses, opinion minus evidence. I know it's a bit simplistic. Opinion minus evidence equals prejudice. In the case of Jordan Petersen, and I'm not super well versed, but I have done reading and looking at none of his contentions about the Human Rights Code, the fact that people can be jailed for. You've probably, if you follow him, you would know that he claims you could be jailed when Bill C-16 was being discussed. He was claiming that you could be jailed if you misgendered, like you used the wrong pronoun for someone. What struck me is that none of what he proclaims, and sometimes the way he proclaims it, I think he tries to defend him or act like he doesn't yet know, is done in ways which are academically suspect, to say the least. There is nothing, from what I've read and researched, which is, again, I would say, I'm not.
So all of reality is based on a fucking peer review. I would never teach the things that he says. Are suspect because they're not based on peer review where your peers could tear it apart because of their own fucking ideology. You're right. You know what? Jordan Petersen acts on common sense and logic. So you're right. a peer review would tear him apart because they're fucking retarded and they're fucking brainwashed into this stupid ideology. You fuckwads. I fucking hate these people. I fucking hate them. He probably is a friend of Fisty's.
To be a credible person. It's like some of the climate change deniers that are given a 50-50 chance with meteorologists. Scientists.
Good point, Fireproof Troll. If your peers are retarded and fucking stupid, and this is the point that this girl's trying to make. She says, I am introducing you, I'm introducing these students, not these children, but these students to different not ideologies. Sorry, I got distracted by the Fisty Splinters thing and automatically ideology, because I do a Fisty impression. But they are so indoctrinated into their own bullshit that they actually think that she's the bad guy when she is introducing normal thoughts, normal people's opinions. She's like, no, normal people don't think this, I am actually kind of just introducing a different perspective. That is what college should be about, is looking at the world and actually looking at views that challenge your own view. Not being coddled. Oh, love you, Lycan. Mwah. But seriously, just, looking at other people's views and and challenging the views that you have. That is exactly what college should be about, is challenging the views that you have. Not just saying, oh, you're perfect, you're wonderful, you are an angel, and you are amazing no matter what you are. Go out there and kick ass and be everything. Bullshit. Bull fucking shit. College is where you should learn to be a fucking adult. God. This whole generation here, this millennial generation, is going to fucking fail. And it is going to go down in history as the fucking era of stupidity. Of just the dumbest fucking people that ever walked the face of the earth. They are going to go down in history as just dumb fucking retards.
Is never proclaim 100%, right? Because the scientific method cannot demonstrate, no scientist says this is 100% certain, right? Because that's the nature of scientific inquiry, just like social scientific inquiry.
My head hurts.
In the same way, though.
Seriously, my head hurts. I have to take my hair out down because my head hurts.
Geology or meteorological classes, that there's a debate.
No, it still smells good, though. It smells like my shampoo from this morning.
There are people that want to believe, and it's a very high number.
Weekly thing for song on this time and stupid.
Higher in certain parts of the United States, like Texas, who believe that, fossil fuels do not contribute to global warming.
Oh my God. Motherfucker. Do you just hear him? He said, yeah, and certain, it's like climate change deniers. There are certain places in Texas that think fossil fuels don't, dude, he's like Texas. They literally, people in Texas all think that. Okay. That's like saying everyone in Arkansas is inbred. When only 20, maybe 30% are. I'm just kidding. Sorry guys, I really don't like Arkansas. But it's bullshit. He's fucking, he's literally, attacking the South. Like, anyone who's in the South is retarded, which is just fucking pisses me off, too.
But that is not a credible academic, scholarly, scientific position. And I think to present as if...
I agree, Ken. They don't think that at all.
When it's
You're right.
There is not an academic credible... That becomes problematic. And I'm approaching this from the point of view of the institution. We are legitimizing positions that don't have credible evidence, just like Charles Murray with his race claims of white superiority. When you're doing that, never mind the fact that there's also the issue of
Okay, so I agree with you, Porticus, about the echo chamber, and you, Leif, when he says something like that, he does make it sound like it's something disgusting, and it's like, fuck you.
The fact that a certain grouping of students will be subject to having their rights subject to what the majority thinks without.
I second that,
So
Uxkin.
just purely from the matter of that, and what I'm doing is just operating from a different position here in saying that I, as a scholar, as someone with tutorial leaders, I would find it problematic if my tutorial leaders were representing positions that didn't have any substantial academic.
As a scholar, as someone with tutorial leaders, I think, fuck you.
Credibility to that evidence.
You're just a person like the
But
rest
he's
of
still a
us. We're
public
all
figure.
individuals.
Like, yes,
Fuck
he has
yourself.
an academic credential, but this was on a TV show. He's still a public figure. Like,
He's a public figure, and there's a lot of people there, like Richard Spencer, leader of. I don't like calling him alt-right. It gives him too much legitimacy.
You're right, Leif, absolutely. But you just said, I don't want to call him alt-right because it gives him too much legitimacy. No, calling him alt-right is fucked up because he's not alt-right. Period. Hey, what'd you say before about these fucks making young people want to talk to their family? You know what? Reach out. Please, Matthew, reach out to your family. Please. Matthew, go reach out to your dad. I'm not kidding. Reach out to your dad. Make that connection and do it. Do it. Thank you, Matthew. That makes me so happy. You just made my freaking day. I am like over. You have no idea. Matthew, please DM me. Or, if you, on Twitter, find me on Twitter. And go reach out to your dad. Spend time with him. Please, please, please. It's so important. Family is everything. Please, please, please reach out to your dad. And please tell me how it goes. I really, really, I honestly, honest to God, I want to know. I want to know everything. Okay, but I still want to know. So find me somehow. Find me on something. And have a great time with your dad. Mwah. Matthew, seriously. Have a great time with your dad. I'm so freaking happy that you decided to do that and that I had any little tiny part in encouraging that. It means the world to me, like you don't understand. I mean, it means the world to me. So, please, I really want to hear how it goes. So, thank you.
Richard Spencer, right?
Why is he comparing Jordan Petersen to Richard Spencer? I don't get that.
Idea in the 1920s in Weimar, Germany, as an issue around which is what they're using.
CB radio.
We know, though, that someone like Richard Spencer is using theories and ideas which don't have any academic credibility. He's a public figure. But in terms
Not
of...
really. Richard Spencer is not really a public figure as much as they say.
Yes, I agree that there are public figures out there.
Most people have no clue who Richard Spencer is.
Bring
a couple people on YouTube, but no.
And if you look at, you can look at.
I agree, Leif. He has no fucking clue who these people are.
As trans people, young people, it's the highest of any group in society, and it's you go through indigenous people, right, and so on. There are things that don't have academic credibility, and I just don't think. I personally think I have some problems. I have no problems with the fact that these things are out there and people are going to engage them, but we have to think of the atmosphere we also create for the learning process, right? So that's. Anyways, that's.
To go back to your question before, is it just for those people who are upset about this or felt like threatened by this? There's something called the tyranny of the majority.
Exactly, Ken.
If you want to create an environment that has the ability for everybody to learn. That's not going to block people out just because they are the minority within a particular group, or they might not feel comfortable voicing that they have problems with that material in that space because you're an authority figure in that space. You're also a representative of the class and the department and the school in that space. And this is why do you understand how it could become an issue? I understand why you made the choice. That you wanted to kind of present this as an issue.
Then what is the fucking problem, and why are you dragging her in front of a fucking tribunal, you motherfucker?
And to talk about and to bring it out there, etc. It's more about trying to understand what the impact of that choice was and why it might not have been the best choice for this context.
I mean, I can see why people would think that.
But
I wouldn't do it again. Maybe not this exact case.
But you would do something similar again. Just that's your principles that you feel would have to be a completely balanced view.
No. I don't believe in
what the hell? What's
balance,
HBR?
but,
guys, tell me what HBR is. I've been out of the loop. I'm fucking on retard mode right now. I've been moving 2,500. Oh, Honey Badger Radio. I love them.
Why you have to think a certain way, or that? Because from what I'm getting in this room,
I actually want to be a part of them
you
because
don't think a certain way.
y'all know I would be perfect to be a part of Honey Badger Radio, right? You guys need to seriously campaign on my behalf. Babbling Brook needs to be part of Honey Badger Radio,
and
right?
the thing is,
so campaign the shit out of it on my behalf,
I
please.
disagree with what he says, but I'm still open to listening to people. I'm open.
Because I'm 100%.
They're not open to learning new things.
I want to become a Honey Badger. I've wanted to be a Honey Badger forever.
I'm not saying they were wrong. I'm saying they were not open to a new perspective. And I
don't even think they really know about me, but so yeah, you guys need to campaign on my behalf because I actually have asked about it.
Part of university is personal development, and that means becoming a stronger person and challenging your beliefs and stuff. So
yes, becoming a stronger person is all about challenging your beliefs and looking at different people's views and doing all of this. That is literally what university or college should be about. But yes, hashtag Brook for HBR. Thank you. Start that hashtag. Send the shit out of it. Send it to Karen Strawn. I love her. She's my freaking personal hero. I love her. And no, guys, check it out. I don't actually have armpit hair. It's really just, I paint rainbow colors, to do the feminist to do the funny feminist videos. I don't actually have armpit hair or dye it.
Do you understand how
the Fourth Reich, haha.
What happened was contrary to... Sorry,
I would love to run through the Badger Cave.
The gendered and sexual violence policy. Do you understand how...
But, sorry, what did I violate in that policy?
Listen.
So, gender-based violence,
Gender-based violence.
Causing harm to trans students by framing their identity as invalid, or their pronouns as invalid.
Or something
potentially invalid.
So I caused harm.
Which is under the Ontario Human Rights Code a protected thing, and also something that Laurier holds as a value.
Okay. So, by proxy, me showing you a video, I'm transphobic and I caused harm and violence. So be it. I can't do anything to control that.
Okay, so that's not something that you have an issue with? The fact that happened?
I mean, I know in my heart, and I know I expressed to the class that I'm not transphobic. And if any of them, I don't know what they said, but I made my, I don't think I gave away any kind of political position of mine. I remained very neutral,
And
That's kind of the problem, is that if you're framing something...
This is the part that makes me want to literally rip every fucking hair out of my head. She says, I don't understand what the problem is because I remained completely neutral. And that motherfucker says, well, that's kind of the problem. This is the fucking proof right there I want to rip. I literally, that is when I had to come down here in the garage because I was upstairs and my mom was about to go to bed. And y'all know I'm staying with my mom right now for a little while until I get my own place, which will be soon. But I was about to scream as loud as I could. And I'm like, you know what? Instead, I'm just going to bite my fist and run downstairs and do my podcast because this shit is fucking insanity. This is fucking insanity. You guys, what the fuck is happening to the world? There is literally no common sense whatsoever. I am just... I'm losing my fucking mind, guys. I swear to God, this is fucking bullshit. This is all bullshit. All of it. Oh my God. Guess how far away Canada is from where I am right now? If I hopped in my truck right now, I could get to Canada in an hour and a half. So maybe I should go up there and just... yeah, camera abuse. I know I'm shaking. That was for you, Ken. Anyways, but yeah, I'm losing my shit. This is not okay. This whole situation is not fucking acceptable.
That is like this. Like, just to give you the example of, like, in lecture, I also showed something that was from, like, a member of the alt-right. Were you there for the, when I played the Guns Unlimited video?
Yeah, Nebula.
Etc. So this is someone who also has, like, a site like the ones that fund Jordan Peterson, like Patreon, like the alt-right white supremacist website.
That is actually an extremely interesting question, Thinking Devil. The question is, what can we do to turn this around and get common sense back into education and media and politics? That's the problem. A luxury hotel. You do realize person in a luxury hotel right now with a green screen. I just peed a little. That was the funniest shit ever. Excuse me. That was really... Shit, you made me laugh so hard I started choking to death. I even peed a little. I am not in a luxury hotel. I'll prove it. Watch. Alright, guys. No green screen. Oh, you guys are funny. Oh. That was funny. Brooke's version of the Ray Green Show. And Leif, thank you for protecting me. You're my boy. Yeah, and it did work. So, aw, that's sweet. Anyways.
Basically,
well, you shouldn't complain, because I do have a nice ass.
They get picked off of
Anyways.
Etc. But I framed it.
They're black girl. I'm a white girl with a black girl booty.
By actually bringing out the critical perspective to just present information like this neutrally, it can help cultivate an environment where these kinds of opinions, like alt-right opinions, white supremacist opinions, anti-trans opinions, anti-gay opinions, anti-women misogynist opinions, where those can space where those kinds
Buns
of
are good.
opinions can be nurtured.
They're good to sit on too.
And that's the kind of the frame on why some kinds of content we would use in class and some we wouldn't use, or we would only use those for upper year classes or grad students. Like, for example, in one of your classes, it might be appropriate to watch a white supremacist like recruitment video, something that Richard Spencer has done, because there's students with more critical faculties that have been exposed to more things that have had more time to
You're right, Troll. This is exactly.
And
This is exactly where that shit originates from. And I love that we finally have proof.
Because they don't
18?
Yes.
They're adults.
Yes, but they're very young adults. They don't have the critical toolkit to be able to take it apart yet. This is one of the things that we're teaching them. And so this is what...
That right there is your fucking proof. Right fucking there. It is because he just said, no, she said, well, what, 18-year-olds? Because they're adults. At 18, they're adults. They shouldn't hear this. Well, no, because we haven't taught them the critical thinking skills yet that they need to know in order to process this in the correct way. I am a hollow reed. The wind blows through me. I am a hollow reed. What the fuck? These motherfuckers, I swear to Christ, this is fucking bullshit right here. You guys, this is sick. This is disgusting. I will scream it from the fucking rooftops. I will climb on every fucking mountain in Washington State, and there's a shitload of them out there, trust me. And scream from every fucking mountaintop that, you know what, if you want your kids to grow up to be decent fucking people, don't send them to fucking college until we get this shit out of here, because this is fucking crap. They cannot continue to do this to our children. This is bullshit. They are deciding what is okay for our kids to hear and what's not okay for our kids to hear. Our kids at that point are adults. They are not 5 fucking years old. No, once they're 18, they need to learn reality. Even the fucking parents who shelter their kids and don't let them watch anything. Don't let them watch SpongeBob or The Simpsons or anything when they're kids. I'm not that kind of parent. I don't give a fuck what my kids watch. Because you know what? My kids come to me with questions and I'm always 100%. This is the kind of parent I am, and I think it's extremely important. And you know what? Everyone who's met my kids, my dad hadn't seen my kids in years, right? Because we lived in Arkansas. My dad lives in Washington, and when we came up here, he lives like 2 hours from where we stay when we come up here. I don't always get to see him. So when the kids and I moved back up here, he's like, let's meet for lunch. We went out to lunch. Now, let me tell you just a little background. My parents got divorced when I was 2, and my brother was a newborn. So my dad and my stepmom has been basically one of my moms for my whole life, because they've been together since my parents have been divorced. I have a 23 or 4-year-old brother and like a 21-year-old sister. And, you know, I mean, my brother's 12 years younger than me, and my sister's 16 years younger than me. From my dad and my stepmom, right? Well, my dad and my stepmom, we went out and we had lunch together, and they said, you know what? Your parents are not my parents, your kids are amazing. They said, you and Jeremiah have done an amazing job raising your kids. They are the most wonderful, down-to-earth, well-balanced kids. And I talked to them about how, you know, how I'm not the strict parent, about how I kind of how I let them watch things. I said, but it doesn't bother me because My kids know not to say those words. They know better than to say bad things. They know better than to do bad things. Yeah, those things exist, so I teach them that they exist. But yeah, it's not okay to do them, right? It's not okay to say those things. Not okay to do those things. But they're out there. When my kids come to me with questions, and trust me, they've come to me with some very uncomfortable questions for me to answer, I tell them the truth 100% every time. You know why? Because the first time I lie to my kids, they will go learn that information from someone else who is probably the last person I would want them to learn that from. As long as I'm honest with my kids 100%, they know that, hey, if I have a question about something serious, I know I can go to my mom because she will always tell me the truth. As long as I'm honest with my kids, they know they can come to me and I will always tell them the truth. That is the most important thing to me. They know that they can come to me for the truth because the second I lie to them, they will no longer realize that they'll say, oh, well, I'm not going to ask mom. She's going to fucking lie to me anyways. I will never, ever, ever lie to my kids. And trust me, you guys, yeah, thank you, Thinking Devil. I wish all parents had my attitude too. My kids have asked me some extremely uncomfortable questions. The most recent was, Mom, why is there moaning sounds late at night coming from your and Dad's bedroom? If you don't lie, they won't think critically. Ha ha ha. You know what I told them? I said, because we're having sex. And they said, ew. And I said, well, I just hope when you've been with someone for 16 years, when you grow up and you've been with someone for 16 years, you're as passionate about them as Daddy and I are about each other. That's that. You know, I mean, you have to be totally honest with your kids. If you're not totally honest with your kids, if you lie to them about anything, and you know what, except for the exceptions are Santa Claus, Easter Bunny, Tooth Fairy, those are different. Those are fantasy things. Those aren't lies. Those are things of innocence that, a child, that are just beneficial to a child, I think. I think stuff like, that stuff is not lying to them. You don't tell a child at 2 that there's no Santa. That's not right. But when they come and ask me about things, I'm always 100% honest with them. And I'll never be anything else because it's very, very important to be honest with your kids. You have to be honest with your kids. If you're not, then you fucking suck. Anyways.
It becomes something that has to be done with a bit more care.
I get what you mean about framing it. Like, I remember when you talked about the 3D printing of the guns and how you said it was problematic. And, like, in retrospect, yeah, I should have used that word, problematic. That would have been a good word to frame it.
No, you shouldn't. You should never use that fucking word. It's a horrible fucking word. Everything that exists on the planet is problematic in one way or another. So just fucking eliminate the fucking word.
That you acknowledge that, especially since you're saying that this is not something that you agree with. This is not something that you're trying to promote. It's just that you're trying to open up the debate. But the problem is that that particular debate is about whether trans people are people or not. Does that make sense?
It's a language issue, and you can extend it to whether you want to extend it to personhood or not. And I did present that argument. I did present the argument that by denying people their pronouns, you are denying their dignity. I stated that argument.
Okay. But do you understand if you were a trans person in that class, or if the topic was, if women should have the vote?
She even just said, she was totally like giving into their side. Oh yeah, I said that. I said that it's problematic to not use trans people's fucking pronouns if you're trans. I stated that. Okay, but fuck you,
that
people.
you might find that problematic. on it, do you think that that might not be something that was just kind of academically related to your identity and rights, but something that was fundamentally related to your identity and rights?
Sorry, what's the question again? Like,
that if you were a trans person in that class, do you think that that might not have just been like an academic question that was something that was up for debate, but rather that that was something that you immediately felt impacted you and made the learning institution that you are paying to attend?
If she was trans, she'd have enough oppression points not to be in this meeting. That's a good point,
would
Exkin.
I feel that
And
way
love you,
if I
Liz.
was a trans person? I mean, it's kind of hard for me to say because it kind of ties into like who people are.
Sorry,
as
my hair's still
individuals and how
drying from
strong
this
they
morning.
are,
I had it pulled up in a
willing
knot
they are
while I
to
was
engage
working
with
all day.
ideas. Like,
Seriously.
I don't know.
So you might ask, you might be like, why is she messing with your hair so much? It's because it's wet still. I had it literally pulled up in a knot from the time I got out of the shower. And like, it's still like all wet. It's weird. Anyways. Like, you guys give a fuck. It's just why I'm messing with it.
Generalization about.
Is your position that these students were not strong
I'm-
enough to be able to withstand this kind of critique?
I mean, if someone was attacking women in front of me, which it does happen, I feel strong enough in my position to be able to either not respond and just know in my head, yeah, that person is wrong. I'm fine with being female. But
We'd say,
if I
women
don't know how
rock.
other people
You
like, I
suck.
don't live in
you.
my head. It's hard for me to know.
That makes sense.
Mwah. Love you. Love you, Porticus.
Yeah, well, one of the things, I mean, again,
I'm sure I'll talk to you tomorrow.
what I see
I
is
talked to him
have
throughout the day. He's super,
not
super
all
encouraging.
at any point.
Like,
What concerns me with
I gotta tell you guys something. Find him on Twitter and friend him. Seriously, follow him on Twitter because, hey Babs, you don't do live streams. How are you? I do now. I usually don't because they're other people's live streams and I get a little nervous. Like, I don't know. But I am, I moved back to Washington with my kids. My husband's wrapping up things in Arkansas, so he hasn't joined us yet. First, I need to get us on our feet, get our own place, and then my hubby will come and join us because there's just not room for anyone. There's not room for us, much less him, where we're staying with my brother and my mom, which my mom, I'm in the garage right now. It's a 3-car garage, and my mom lives in, when they bought this place, there was 700 square feet of unfinished living space above the garage. My mom built her own apartment. My brother and his 6 kids and his wife live in a house that's completely detached from the garage. It's over there, way over there. And they have 5.6 acres. Huge, tons, riding quads, shooting guns. It's a great place to live. It's out in the country. It is freaking incredible. And it really is. It's just an amazing place to just hang out and have fun. It really is. You're right, Co-Connection. It is. It's a paradise. It would be even more paradise. No, you know why I'm in the fucking garage, X-Skin? Because this is the only place I have to myself. Everyone else is fucking sleeping. Everyone in the main house is sleeping. And my son, by the way, my brother's kids are all boys. All 6 of them are boys. Which is really funny because when they were pregnant, so my brother and his girlfriend at the time, who's now his wife, they've been married forever. And definitely soulmates. They're so sweet together. My little brother and his wife, they got pregnant and they had their first child at 19. And so their kids range from 15 years old to 2, or almost 2. Nathan's not quite 2 yet. He's going to be 2 in a couple weeks. And so like every 2.5 years they had another one, but it's all good. No more. Brett's fixed. Brett's my little brother. Fixed. It's all good. So he's done. But they are my son lives in the house with them because my son has his twin, quote unquote. They're 9 days apart. My brother's son Torin and my son Logan are 9 days apart. So they've always been like this since they were born. And so my son lives in the main house with them. My daughter and I, since my daughter's the only girl, my daughter and I live in the apartment above the garage with my mother. So that's where we're staying at the moment until we get our own place and get out of it. Until, I just got a job, which is actually making a lot more money than I could make at any other job. It is commission based, but you guys know me. I'm charming. I'm just kidding. I'm totally fucking with you. But no, I'm actually really good at my job. In like 5 days, I made, by thinking devil, in 5 days, I made,
what I know,
$1,100. So that's pretty good.
16 years.
You'd buy, oh,
I
a
don't
skin,
know if
hey.
first years have changed in me. This is the first year.
It's not just an air purifier. It's actually a total air filtration system that actually has attachments that... Thanks, Lee. I'm proud of myself, actually. I'm really good at my... I'm really good at my job. I get to go to people's houses, hang out, and have a good time. That is like what I do for a living. I go to strangers' houses, and y'all know me. I'm super friendly, right? I'm super outgoing. I love people. I go to people's houses, I have fun with them, and I get to actually, like, give them a healthier living environment, like a super healthier living environment, and at the same time, I get to just have a good time with them. So it's air purification, but it's also air purification that has cleaning attachments, so, because you can't just clean, if you just clean the air, when the main 3 sources of pollution in our houses are our air, our floors, and our upholstery, you need to cover the floors and upholstery too. So it does have cleaning attachments, so you can get rid of your vacuum, blah, blah, blah. It is freaking amazing. The whole system is incredible. Like, you can run the Defender, our air purifier. You can run that thing I tell the people to put it in their bedroom and close the door, and by the end of the presentation, we will be done. Yes, I do need a YouTube code for discounts on them, because actually my boss even suggested that. He's like, you know what? You should actually, he said, if you have a YouTube channel, you should totally, your house generates an inch of dust a year. It's even worse than that, fireproof. It's worse than that. You don't understand what's in your carpets. Like, what is actually deep down in your carpets. It's fucking crazy. Anyways, let's go on with this Jordan Petersen thing, because I will get way too into this, because I am passionate about my job. I'm obsessed with the product that I sell. Don't get me into it.
Because you did a concept at SFU. But one of the things is that a lot of the students that are coming in already hold very strong opinions, whether or not these are opinions backed up with evidence. And my concern, I'm just adopting the position of the scholar in this situation here, is to say...
He does not have scholarly positions worth
they have very strong, in my experience, they always have, and I'm teaching them in second year even, they have very strong opinions about X, Y, and Z, which is, that's fine. But if they're going to be challenged about those opinions, it's a much greater deal to do that. It's the world that Jordan Petersen, Ezra Levant, Rebel Media, and that have constructed.
Why did they keep talking about Rebel Media? I don't fucking get it.
Quite amusing in a way, because it's almost like
you're right, Florence.
One and controls
I love you.
And you're going to be imprisoned if you.
I was wondering if you've been here.
Cultural Marxism, politically correct. The new term cultural Marxism. I mean, I find it practically ludicrous.
I was looking for you, Florence. What the fuck?
Political economic realities of Canada, Ontario, Kitchener-Waterloo, this institution, precarious work, etc. So I just find it ludicrous that people like Ezra Levant and Jordan Petersen believe that helicopters that the conspiracy theorists in the States used to talk about coming to control world government. Okay? That, to me, is where a lot of that sort of thinking goes. I do know that there's people that bring in those ideas in the classes I teach. I don't feel that I'm doing my duty to challenge these already established ideas if what I present in the courses I teach, and also in terms of the curriculum that communication studies as a field, as an interdiscipline of many disciplines, I don't feel I'm teaching critical engagement in a world where all the established dominant institutions of society reinforce a number of different types of privileges, perspectives, and prejudices, where the university is one of the few.
I gotta tell you this, guys. Okay. So I've lived down in Arkansas. Yeah, they're not teaching shit. You're totally fucking right, Mexican. They are teaching nothing. Absolutely fucking nothing. I lived down in Arkansas. Okay, I lived in the southern United States, down in Arkansas, for 8.5 years. All right? When they're saying privileges, unbiased privileges. Let me tell you a story. My next door neighbor, Jody, who I love, she's still a dear friend of mine. If she ever sees this, I love you, JoJo. Anyways, so my next door neighbor, she only dated white guys. White chick, she only dated black guys, right? She only dated black guys, which it's the South. In Washington State, we have like an 8% African American population. In Arkansas, I think it's like 32% or something. I mean, it's a massive difference, right? And when I first moved down there, I was like, awesome, because I had tons of black friends, even though they're only 8% of the population. Up in Washington, I had tons. So this absolutely 1,000% proves to me that it is culture. It has jack fucking shit to do with race. It has everything to do with culture. Because I had tons of black friends up here. Even though they were only 8% of the population, one of my best friends was Mark Arrington my whole life, and Beth Candelario, another one, my whole life. Some of my best fucking friends. And you know what? I moved the fuck down there, and I swear to God, all of a sudden, you white, you can afford it? Excuse me? I'm white, so I should support you? Well, yeah, you have privilege because you're white. My parents got divorced when I was 2. We literally had 6 months, a 6-month period when I was a child because my mom didn't get on fucking food assistance because we truly do believe that you work for what you fucking get. We had a 6-month period where we spent a lot of time having dinner at my grandparents' house, a ton of time, and what we had to eat at home was basically instant oatmeal. That was it. So you can look me in the fucking eye and tell me that you, whose mother was on welfare and you were fed very, very well your entire life, you can tell me that I'm fucking privileged when I practically starved for a period of 6 to 8 months. Fuck you. Yes, Fireproof Troll, same fucking thing. I am so sick of these people saying, oh, you're white, so you have privilege. You have everything. Because of the color of your skin, you have everything. You are out of your fucking mind. You have no fucking clue what I've been through. You have no fucking clue what I've dealt with. So fuck the fuck out of you, because I'm so tired of these fucking people saying that because of the color of our skin, we have privilege. There are just as many fucking poor people, if not more. I'm sorry, because you know what? A lot of us fucking white people have been raised to believe that we work for what we fucking have. So when we don't have, we don't run to the government for assistance. We just don't fucking have. Period. We don't fucking run to the government for our fucking benefits. And I'm sorry, it's for you to say that we're privileged when your parents ran to the government as soon as they needed assistance, or in most cases in Arkansas, you're like the third generation on welfare, and you get your food stamps every month, and you have your entire life you got your food stamps. You're the fucking third generation that's on fucking food stamps, so you get tons of fucking food. You never ever been hungry in your entire life. This is seriously, they don't fucking know what it's like to be hungry, and they think we have privilege. It makes my brain want to explode. I truly know what it's like to be hungry. I do. I truly know what it's like to be a hungry child. These motherfuckers don't. These motherfuckers down in Arkansas, I'm not saying all of them, because of course some people are too proud to do. But the people who were accusing me of being privileged had no fucking clue. They had no fucking clue. The people who accused me of being privileged were the same people who had never experienced real hunger in their entire life. So how fucking dare they? And it blows my mind. These people are fucking out of their skulls.
Use spaces where we can actually.
Sorry, I'm just venting a lot, guys. I got a lot of shit.
Challenge them. It's not, challenge.
Exactly. They believe, oh, well, because the color of my... You're right, Leif. Because it's the same ideology that presents the concept of the privileged homeless man. Exactly. It is. You're absolutely right. It's the same. And actually, my friend Porticus, he used to be King Codfish. You guys, he was on early. He was hanging out with us earlier. You guys saw it. It's the same fucking, it's the same concept. It really is. It's like, turned on the water, the washer discovered the line to be water here must be frozen, must be her wee. Cute. But it's the same concept. It's like, you think that, it really drives me nuts. It is. It's like you think you're going to be poor, but I just can't.
The faith-based or...
You're not fucking poor. You don't know what fucking poor is.
In society that they've been...
You might be poor because you're on... Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, you fucking motherfuckers. Not you guys, obviously. But these motherfuckers I'm talking about, you think you're poor because you don't have money for the newest fucking iPhone, or you don't have money for the newest fucking everything else that you think you deserve. That is not fucking poor. You don't know what fucking poor is, motherfucker. Poor is not being able to eat. Poor is not being able to feed your fucking children. That's what poor is. Poor is not the fact that you can't afford the newest iPhone and you can't afford a brand new Lexus. So fuck yourselves. I'm so fucking sick of the shit. Oh, I'm poor. You're not fucking poor. And I'm not fucking privileged. I work my fucking ass off. You know, I was at work at 10 a.m. this morning. You know when I finished my fucking day, I got home at almost 10 p.m. So fuck you. Seriously. I fucking hate these motherfucking privileged bullshit people.
The hours or 1 hour or 50 minutes, in some ways isn't going to be much of a challenge, but if in an institution which prides itself on getting to grips and having peer-reviewed, academically, socially, scientifically, evidence-based research.
Oh my God.
Is going to work to confirm.
Socially, scientifically, evidence-based research. Holy shit, y'all should hire Fisty Splinters. She'd be great for that, because we all know she's a fucking social scientist, right? Fucking cunt bitch.
the kind of biases that are based on stuff that it cannot be substantiated in an academic way, I find that problematic. And I don't feel we're doing our job as an institution because we're presenting both sides. And again, I use the analogy of climate change. I mean, the fossil fuel industry itself knew this in the 1970s. It's like the tobacco companies with lung cancer. As early as the late 1920s, they had a really strong idea that this was happening. Further and further research showed that. I would find it problematic given the degree of advertising and power that the Canadian Association of Petroleum Producers,
exactly, Ken, I agree,
Big Pharma, etc., have through advertising, through the media that you studied at SFU, that you're part of the learning process for students, to just reinforce the kind of prejudices that students bring to class. That to me is something. Yes, we need to challenge them, and we need to challenge them.
Right?
And I challenge
problematic
in 203, but because they're substantiated, and my colleagues require me to teach them to prepare students better for third and fourth year, I'm happy to teach those things. I know I hope it'll make every student, but maybe some, rethink what they think. If they come around to, they can believe what they say, they can say what
it's fun just hanging out with you guys. Right? I'm actually having a lot of fun doing my podcast.
But we have a duty as educators.
Who wants me to keep doing this? Because, really, I'm like,
even as public
I could go either way. Okay, let me put this out there real quick. Okay, so I really enjoy doing this podcast, right? I really do, because there are tons of issues that I really need to vent about and just, get out. But if you guys aren't, seriously, let me know if y'all are interested, because I miss Cousin Cindy, too. Okay, you want me to do Cousin Cindy? I don't have the wig with me, but just for you, Code Connection. And yes, I promise I will continue my videos once I get my Cousin Cindy wig, but just for you, okay? This is for you, Code Connection. Oh my God, you don't even know. I deserve to be treated this way. You don't even know. Men are so, crazy. And they do not act the way that they should treat a woman. They're just fucking insane. Alright, so I will do Cousin Cindy anytime you want me to, Code Connection. I promise. Okay, good. So you enjoyed it. That's all I wanted. I'll do it for you anytime. If I miss a stream, that's a great chunk of stuff to listen to. See, and that's the thing. I just really want you guys, I just really want to know if you guys enjoy it, honestly, because, okay, so here's the situation. I'm a totally honest person, right? I'm very, very down to earth and honest. To pour Cindy back to California, right? But that's the reason she's funny, because she's like my twin cousin who's a feminist cuntwad, and I hate her. I love you too, Luxian. But it's very okay. So here's the thing. I love doing my channel. I love being Babbling Brook, because you know what? Babbling Brook's basically me without a filter. And when I'm with my family, I've got a lot of young nephews. My nephews are between the ages of almost 2 to 15. And they're every 2 years in between, right? I've got 6 boys here on the property. And I really, really have to be, I have to be appropriate around them. But Babbling Brook really needs to escape sometimes. And Babbling Brook really is just me, but me without a filter. Me where I can swear and I can say, fuck this is fucking retarded, all that stuff, and just vent everything out and be silly. I will absolutely do Babbling Brook, or I'll do Cousin Cindy. I will do all that shit. I love doing those. Florence, thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying the podcast. But I really want your guys' feedback because I never know. I never know what you guys really enjoy, until much later. So it really is awesome to like get this feedback because although most of my channel is really for my therapy, there's a part, of course, the number one thing honestly has shit to do with you guys. I'm sorry if that's selfish and I sound like a bitch, but the majority of it has to do with my therapy. Instead of paying a therapist, I just get to fucking vent all my shit on YouTube. Exactly, it's cathartic. And I get to like get feedback from you guys, so it's pretty fucking awesome. Which is awesome. And I laugh a lot. I have a lot of fun. I love doing parodies. I really need to get back into parodies. I love it so fucking much. But all my wigs are in Arkansas. All my shit that I do for parodies is in Arkansas. I need Jeremiah to bring it home to me. So, oh my God, I want to debate Riley Dennis too. Riley's a fucking nut job. That dude is crazy. Riley's a fucking nut job. Dude, he's a straight guy in a relationship with a straight woman. And he's ashamed of it. You can tell because he makes it like, oh no, I am a trans, or I'm a non-binary trans man, or trans woman. And I'm in a relationship with a non-binary trans other person. It's like, actually Bering and I had the idea to do queer kid stuff where he was the bear. Where he was the bear and I was Lindsay, the crazy bitch. So, I haven't talked to Bering in a while. Last time I talked to Bering, I told him that I was moving. That was the last thing that's the last time I talked to Bering. But yeah, we totally should get together and do it. I agree. I think that Bering and I should definitely get together and I'll do the whole, I can totally pull my hair back like super tight or even like make it kind of look like her weird, does that kind of look like her weird fro? Like her weird hair? Kind of make it like, hi, yeah, I could totally do her mannerisms, I think. And that's what's fun, is getting people's mannerisms down, kind of, studying them, getting their mannerisms down. I think I'm kind of a natural actress, I guess. I don't know, that's what other people say, but I think I'm kind of a natural actress because I like imitating people's, mannerisms and stuff. It's fun, a lot of C word. Yeah. Foster's Australian for beer. Cheers, mate. Bering just wanted Lindsay's sister's hand up his ass. That's cute. No, Bering is a buddy of mine, and he's a total sweetheart. Actually, probably most of you guys know this because the majority of my subscribers are Bering fans because they came from Bering's channel. The only reason they know about me at all is because I did Fisty Splinters. And literally more than half of my subscribers come from Bering. They do. They just do. Everybody found me from Bering. Everyone, I thank Bering so much. He's a good friend of mine. So is Sugar Tits. I adore both of them. They've both been super supportive. And you know what? I'm actually thinking about doing a video called The Bering Phenomenon. I've been talking about this for a long time. Oh, you found me through Sunbuns is also... Oh, I love that girl. I'm her bitch. I'm totally her bitch. And she says, oh, that girl's my bitch. Laugh out loud. No, I'm her bitch. I'm totally 100% her bitch. She owns me. That's it. I'm hers. Enough said. Actually, Sunbuns and I are actual friends in real life. We did meet on YouTube, but we do a lot of live streams together, just the two of us. Or, I mean, not live streams, Skype. We Skype a lot, so we are actual friends. Let's
I would call it charlatanism.
I want to finish this real quick.
Petersen, and I know you're not a fan, but
He's called Jordan
he actually shows
Petersen a charlatan.
When it comes to
He's a
the
professor.
and he's playing this whole idea about free speech and a public debate, which is not substantiated by the fact that he has nothing really that is credible in terms.
He just said. He argues the point of free speech in debates, which really isn't credible. He just fucking said that free speech isn't credible or substantiated. What the flying fuck? This is what universities have become. Do not send your fucking child to a fucking university.
The research, including his stuff on pronouns, and for me, that's where I find people like Jordan Petersen problematic. Is because I don't find anything credible in his academic research to be there. Yeah, I mean there are other people who teach grammar that could be drawn upon to perhaps challenge this idea of using they around the notion of when you use it. But again, I would say that's
I hate these people so much.
It strikes me as a little bit different bringing in a debate on a YouTube video about something when we're teaching grammar and talking about pronouns.
This kind of brings me back to the next point, which was kind of thinking.
Thank you, Co-Connection. Where the fuck does Karen
because I can see why you made that choice because the topic was grammar, but your role as TA is not really to be teaching about the politics of grammar. It's to be teaching grammar, to be teaching punctuation, to be to be going through these things, like to add clarification or discussion in relation to the lecture material, but not to be bringing original content.
Holy shit! I just had a major deja vu. That was freaky.
Side issues. Does that make sense? Like, has this been your kind of structure throughout? Was to bring in more like theoretical aspects around like things like spelling, punctuation, like the other topics, like how to write a thesis statement?
I'm sorry, what is theoretical about spelling? Certain words are spelled a certain way. There's no fucking theory attached to it. That's all I'm saying. Because he said, oh, it's spelling and... No, there's no fucking theory attached to it.
It was just this class. I just wanted them to see how they interact with grammar on an everyday, like in everyday life. That was the way that I framed it. And I remember in my slide, it said like, issues in grammar. And then we talked about English having gendered pronouns, and like it engaged them, like, and people were of all opinion. So.
Would you be comfortable?
Right? They totally are. You know what? Leif, you're right. They are explaining themselves to Lindsay as if they're guilty of something. You're 100% right on that.
You just kind of stick more to a more kind of traditional syllabus of teaching the issues around grammar, but just like the particular sentence structure, whatever the topics are that we have left.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I can't repress my personality, but I mean, I don't see where the occasion would arise for me to bring in another controversial topic.
Okay. So just kind of thinking forward, just because of
this poor girl is being fucking punished for nothing.
Just about like what the requirements for the class
for introducing
are.
logic.
Do you write out your lesson plans, or do you do 2 slides?
She's not.
Could you send me your lesson?
She might follow Jordan Petersen, but she's not.
Just so
exactly. Thank you, Sonic Dreams. I agree 100%. And you're right.
Like paper pen, but I can take a picture. Okay. And sometimes I don't decide until, because we get out of the lecture at 5:50. I have till 8
I want
p.m.
to pull
to decide
every
what I'm going to do.
fucking hair out of my head. I'm so
I mean,
pissed off right now.
I can send it to you literally 2 minutes before I start, maybe.
Okay, well, if you can plan, like, what...
Oh my god, my neck is crunching.
we're
I'm
doing
like,
in
that
lecture
happens
should
super
be
bad when
maybe
I'm
15 minutes
when I'm
tops
pissed
of the
off.
tutorial. The
I find my
tutorial
neck like
should focus
crunches
on
more
the
when I like
skill
roll
level.
it. It's like
So I'm assuming that most of that was planned out more in
spelling is
advance. Like,
sexist
if you
and
have a lesson on
punctuation's
sentence
racist.
structure or something.
Today I got them to
Thank
email
you,
me their
Fire
homework
Proof
questions, and
Joel.
I'm just going to answer them.
You know what?
Alright.
Apparently you're right.
So, but going forward,
Because
it,
look at
maybe
this
try
fucking
to plan
bullshit.
a little further ahead. And then maybe be like, and then I'm going to talk about the lecture. That's fine. But send those to me in advance just so I can have a take a look at them. And if you have any PowerPoint slides, etc. I'll ask you not to play any more Jordan Peterson videos. Or
Don't
anything
play any
of
more
the like.
Jordan Peterson videos
If
or
you did
anything
have
like that.
something that you wanted to play in class, to kind of let me know ahead of time what it is, so I can take a look. And then I'll also talk everything over with my colleagues and with Peter, who's the chair of the undergraduate department. And then we'll talk about how to move forward from this. Does that make sense?
Sorry, that's a little bit vague. Could you specify what you mean by moving forward? That's really general.
Okay. Well, we're going to have to talk about what we said, and then hopefully everything can continue, and we can continue to have the working relationship that we do. But it's something I have to talk over with my colleagues because, frankly, some of the things that we talked about are a little bit problematic, and we need to process them.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
Do you know when you'll have an answer by?
I do.
That's so funny you said that. You know, that, calm motion, calm motion. I do that too. I do that, but I do this. And actually, it's been a joke amongst me and my friends since we were teenagers. We do this. We're like, I am a hollow reed. The wind blows through me. I am a hollow reed. And we joke about it, like, when we're really super pissed off or frustrated about something. So that's funny that you're like, calm blue ocean, I'm a leaf on the wind, watch now, I soar. Same thing, right? I am a hollow reed. The wind blows through me. I am a hollow reed. My friends and I always do that. Since we were like 12, just like joke around about like what pisses us off. Like, center. Actually, that is really beneficial though. Like, no joke. That's a super beneficial thing to do. Yeah, you've reached the yoga portion of the stream. Actually, I love yoga. Yoga is super fucking important. You know what's really funny? And I don't think you guys really know Serenity Now. Serenity Now. Serenity fucking no. Something you guys probably don't know about me. Well, a lot of you guys probably don't know about me. I do, like, okay, so there's... And it was funny. When I was a kid, I did not have anything to do with... I really did not believe in, like, horoscopes or anything like that. Because every time I read the horoscope, I'm like, this is bullshit. My birthday's March 19th. I'm like, this does not describe me. I'm not a freaking Pisces. Like, all this stuff, it doesn't describe who I am. But then later on, I found out, like, I'm a Pisces and an Aries. Like, I'm on the cusp because I'm, like, I'm, like, within that, like, 3-day window or whatever because it cuts off on the 20th. Then it made a lot more sense because I kind of am a mixture of the two. I'm a fire and a water sign, so I am a mixture of the two because I do have that, sensitive, psychic, intuitive, whatever part of me, which honestly, I'm a palm reader. I swear to God, I've made tons of tips with super skeptical people doing palm readings. I'm a super skeptical person, and I didn't buy into it either at first, but whatever. I opened up, for lack of a better word, and there you go. And then there's the YouTuber side of me that's very conservative, very, like, very specific, very, this is life, blah, blah, blah. And I keep those parts of me extremely separate. Like, I totally separate those two sides of me. Like, those are, like, the two sides of me, and they're totally separate. But it's kind of funny because they kind of come into play a little bit, like, because, I can read people a little better. You're on the cusp too, Ken. You're on the cusp of the one before that, though. Yes, I am spiritually centrist. Absolutely. Well, I'm a fire and a water sign, so really I'm totally fucked up. I am completely insane, but I'm an amazing palm reader. No joke. I've been tipped a $100 bill by a complete skeptic after reading their palm. So I'm really fucking good at it. Don't doubt me until you try it. Anyways.
Okay, but basically you're telling me, like, the alternative to me not continuing my TA-ship is it would somehow be terminated? And I'm not sure what the grounds for that would be.
That's not something that is in my control. I'm not your employer. I'm your supervisor. So I have to actually transmit my information to I have to talk about it with Herbert.
Damn right, Leif.
Peter, who's the chair. I don't know.
See? Even Leif, who is super skeptical, and I've done his palm, and it was dead on, so believe him. Believe him. Cause Cindy says it, cause even though I'm crazy, I know my cousin Brooke, totally does that stuff, and it's freaking weird. Just kidding. That's what
if I knew what the entire process is, then I would let you know.
What is the process? What committee is this going to? I kind of need to know where information about me is circulating.
That was for you, Leif.
And I don't know.
I would only assume that it would be with Peter.
Because you said you have to talk it over with your
Thanks,
colleagues.
Endless.
I don't know.
Well,
My colleagues, Adria, and Peter.
Peter's the chair of the department.
Just kidding, that was character acting too.
In that sense. But what we have to discuss is, what we discussed here, and discuss that with Peter.
Right now, I would say that this is an informal process. If it got brought to a formal process, which would be somebody makes a formal complaint and wants to go forward with that, then that would look a little bit different, I would say. And then that would be based on either the gender violence policy or the harassment and discrimination policy, and would go through those policies and procedures, which are online and available to you to look at what that would look like. Hopefully, it can be resolved informally. But
that's my hope too.
Yeah.
So I guess that's what Nathan was.
They're not gonna
moving forward.
informally.
By his phrase, moving forward, that this is an informal process. I mean, it's the first time I've been involved in this process in 16 years, and so I don't even necessarily know what the process is. But part of the reason why
I love you,
wanted to
Leif.
hear
That's
your
really sweet.
story is a complaint or complaints were made. Have to hear, because there's two sides. Right? You need to know.
There's two sides.
And so we needed to know what happened from your perspective.
Sure.
So if you can send me your lesson plans, and I might need to, after talking it over with Peter, I might need to sit in on some of your tutorials.
Oh my god.
Just to kind of assess the space.
You need to send me your lesson plans, and I need to sit on your fucking tutorials. Okay, this is bullshit. I would quit. I would fucking quit right there. I'd be like, you know what? No, I'm out. I'm fucking out. So yeah, that was that. There you go. There you have it, guys. That was what, because someone in a class showed 5 fucking minutes of an hour-long Jordan Petersen fucking debate, an informal, my fucking ass. It was like 45 minutes and it was very formal because you know what? Yeah, they have zero basis for formal because they have zero basis for doing a formal fucking interview. But there were 3 of them attacking the shit out of this fucking poor girl who did nothing other than fucking all she did. This is Jordan Petersen. And Jordan Petersen is debating the concept of using they as a fucking pronoun or what the fuck ever. It is so goddamn stupid. It is literally over. Okay, we are debating the use of fucking words. We are going so goddamn far down this fucking rabbit hole of insanity that I am terrified that we will not be able to get back. You guys, I'm scared. Where the fuck do you see this going? Seriously, where do you guys see this going? We are going so far down the fucking rabbit hole. We are literally burying ourselves because there is nothing down there fucking rabbit hole except bullshit, pain, suppression, all that shit for the vast majority of fucking people who have common sense. The only thing down that goddamn rabbit hole is exactly the center of the earth where they're gonna send the vast majority of us to burn. It's fucking insane, you guys. This is nuts. This is nuts. Why? Why? I am losing my fucking shit. Why? Why are we fucking doing this? This is ridiculous. Okay, we are literally indoctrinating our fucking children and it's like they're 18, they're adults. Yes, they are fucking adults. We send our kids to college so they can learn to be adults and learn how to be productive in reality, in the real world. But instead, colleges are deciding to fucking indoctrinate them into some weird fucking ideology that, oh, you have to be super fucking sensitive to everybody and blah, blah, blah. That's not fucking reality. They're not teaching them how to be adults. And that is their goddamn job. The one and only fucking reason we send our children to college is so they can learn a skill to make it in the real world and they can learn to be a fucking grown-up. And they are teaching the fucking opposite. This is driving me insane. It is making me lose my fucking shit. And yes, Leif, American flag. Check it out. We got it. Heck yeah. Always there. No, this is fucking bullshit. This is bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. I'm so goddamn sick of this shit. They are teaching us. They're teaching us. They're teaching, not us, because, you know, you can't teach me fucking shit. I'm set in my ways. I'm done. I know who I am, and I'm fine with it. They're teaching our children to be social justice warrior fucks. I am so fucking sick of this, you guys. I don't know what the fuck to do. I'm terrified. My kids are 12 and 11. In 6 years and 7 years from now, which is not a long time, y'all know it, you blink and that amount of time is over. In 6 years for my son, 7 years for my daughter, they will be legally adults. They can choose to go to college. What the fuck do you think is going to happen if things keep going the way they are now? thankfully, my kids have me as a parent. My daughter, when she was 9 years old, she was throwing a fit over something silly. I told her she was acting like a feminist. She bawled her head off like it was the worst thing I've ever said to her. I could call her cunt and she wouldn't have cried as hard. She's like, that's the worst thing. She's a smart kid. She knew it was the worst thing ever because she knows feminism has no place. I had explained that to her. She understood, right? So hopefully my kids will know better than to fall for the indoctrination. But the thing is, that's not true for everybody. And it kills me, you guys. It kills me. It breaks my heart. Yeah, I do silly stuff and I do parodies, but I am a real person who is, honest to God, terrified. Like, I am so scared. I'm scared for my nephews. My brother has 6 boys. 6 boys. Look at what feminism is doing to this world. I am terrified that one of my sweet nephews or my son, who, they're all my life. They're my love. They're my heart. I am so terrified that one of those boys is going to be accused of something stupid just because they hurt some bitch's feelings. I'm terrified. You have no idea. I am so fucking scared. And yes, cunt is an appropriate term. I don't give a shit. It's my favorite word. I use it all the time. Fuck. Cunt. But no, I am so fucking scared. I'm scared for my boys. I'm scared for all of my boys. I have 7 children. 7 male children that I love more than anything. And I'm fucking terrified. Like, literally terrified. I'm literally terrified for them. I am so scared for all of my boys. 7 boys I have who are everything to me, and I'm so scared. You guys don't even understand. I'm terrified because I see what women and feminists and the bullshit that they fucking accuse. Yeah, they're the minority. Hopefully common sense will prevail, but you know what? It only takes one. It only takes one fucking cunt to ruin everything. And that's the thing. Because everything in mainstream media, and I'm telling you, my mom, who lives right above me, she watches that fucking View. It only takes one, and all they preach is when women say they're sexually assaulted, Donna will always be a safe haven. I assume you go languages. That's very sweet. But you know, it's like that's actually very sweet. But these fucking people, it's like, no, you always have to believe the woman. If she says she's raped, the first thing you have to do is believe the woman. Why? Why do you have to believe the woman? That's the thing. You believe the woman. No, you don't. No, I'm sorry. I am a woman. And until I will be totally honest here. Before I met my husband, I thought little white lies, like, to make people feel better. I've never been a liar. I've never been, like, a super dishonest person. I'm always generally honest about everything. But I thought little white lies were okay. Until I met my husband. He really taught me that even little white lies are not okay. Because you say little white lies, you'll be okay saying bigger lies. You know, you will. It's not okay. You don't lie about anything, period. And that's very important, and that's what we've taught our kids. And they're extremely honest. no matter what. Because we teach them, you know what? If you lie, we can never believe you. But if you tell the truth, even if you did something bad and you did it on purpose, if you tell us the truth about what you did, and we tell their friends that come over too, we're like, hey, you know what? That only rule in our house is don't tell a lie. We don't care about anything else. Just don't lie. You know, if you break something you did on purpose, tell us, because there's a reason you broke it, and maybe we'll figure out what the fuck's going on in your life that, you know, could make, that we can help with. But if you lie to us, we can never believe you ever again. So just don't lie. We don't care about anything else. Just don't lie. You know, that is the only rule in our house, and it always has been. And all of, you know what? Our friends, our kids' friends loved us for that, because they could just be honest. And yeah, truth hurts, but lies hurt more. Absolutely, Senator James. And we've taught our children that. We taught our children's friends that. That is the only rule in our house. You know what? You guys can tear shit up, have a good time, whatever. Just don't fucking lie. That is all we ask. Just don't lie. You know? And we've had kids who were horrible kids. And this is the thing with me and my husband that's very different than, I guess, my brother and his family. You know, they're like, well, we don't want these kind of people around our kids. Well, I understand that. I totally understand that. Down south, my husband and I were a little different. You know, the kids that were troubled, it was still okay because we took them in, and our kids were such a good influence, it usually worked the other way around. Like, our kids would influence them for the better rather than them influencing our kids for the worst. You know what I mean? So, like, they would come over and we would spend a lot of time with them, like my husband and I, and we'd be like, hey, you know, what's going on? And we would actually find out what's going on in their lives and say, hey, you know, well, you know, we'd figure out, just like we said, you know, if you lie to us, we can't trust you, but if you tell us the truth, hey, we'll find out what the cause is and why you're doing this, and maybe we can do something to fix it. You know? Yeah, honesty is the path to good sleep. But, you know, we figure out what we could do to fix it. So you have no idea how many people came to us. How many of their parents came to us and said, oh my gosh, since my kids have been hanging out with yours, they've been so well behaved, blah, blah, blah. Well, yeah, and, you know, and Jeremiah and I would brush it off because it's like, well, yeah, it's not like we're going to tell them. That's because you're shitty fucking parents who really didn't pay attention to your kid, and we did, so that's why they're acting good. Of course, we're not going to say that. You know, we're going to say, oh, yeah, our kids are, you know, our kids tend to be, we have good kids, so they influence other kids in a good way. But, yes, it is sad but true. Yeah, exactly, Leif. And it's like, you know what? We took in kids that weren't that great. My husband would help. My husband so one of our neighbors moved, and they had so many bikes, like, that were, you know, had, like, a chain missing, or, like, you know, just, like, little things wrong with them, but they had bought so many bikes for kids. They had, like, freaking, like, 15 bikes, just, and they're like, well, and Jeremiah, my husband, said, I'll take them. And every time a new kid came into the neighborhood, my husband would say, do you have a bike? And if they didn't, he'd say, go pick one, and we'll fix it up together. And that's what he would do. And that is what a good man does. And that is what my husband is. And that is what we need more of in this country. Because, yeah, kids are not a waste. There are kids who have some behavior problems, but more often than not, it's because they don't have a good home life. And they don't have parents who really love them or pay attention to them. And if you just take the time to sit and talk to them and fix up a bike with them, something that they will really appreciate, and take the time to do that and give it to them and say, hey, it's your bike now, you know? You helped me fix it up, it's yours, keep it. That is everything to a kid. And that's just the message I want to put out there. I'm going to bed. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for letting me vent and joining me on my podcast. But it's bedtime. Love you, Life. Love you. Love all you guys, especially you, Jeremiah, if you see this. Miss you, baby. And I love you so fucking much. It kills me to be away from you. Love you.